Hi, New Hope Church. Obviously, a ministry like this exists because of the generosity of its people. And I want you to know that we are determined to continue ministry and helping people both in our faith community and the broader community at large, right through this unusual season that we find ourselves in. I want to speak to us today about, my heart regarding our finances. We haven't said very much about that, and I think it's appropriate to now. I think we recognise that there's going to be a broad range of experiences people have in this current season. Some people are positioned maybe in a resource stream and will actually do quite okay. Some people will just be working from home, maybe in a more relaxed environment, and maybe their financial situation will not shift dramatically either way. And then, of course, there's those that will be really impacted by this financially, even possibly medically. And so I want to speak into this scenario for us about our finances, about our giving, with some words from the Apostle Paul that I think give us wisdom. 2 Corinthians chapter 8, verse 12, Paul says, "If there is first a willing mind, it is accepted according to what one has and not according to what he does not have." And so Paul is speaking into this whole concept of giving and where you're at in life. He's saying if you've accepted the fact that giving is a thing and you have a willing mind, then it should be in proportion to what you have. Use faith, yes, but apply wisdom too. And I think two questions can come out of that depending on what sort of end of the scale you experience this current environment. If your income scenario hasn't changed, wouldn't you give according to what you have? I think that's in line with what Paul is saying. Continue to honour God with your finances. Interestingly, society's been really impacted by a fear-driven hoarding mentality. And we cannot afford to let that creep into our finances. Because I think that if giving in faith is believing for a better future, then actually, I've seen it over the years, saving for a rainy day can actually create one, cause people to experience one. So I'm not talking about saving in a good sense, your normal savings, which is wisdom, but I mean allowing a hoarding mentality to enter in. And the second question is, if you are being affected financially, wouldn't you give according to what you have or have not? In other words, if your situation has changed, you shouldn't feel pressure to keep up old commitments in that sense, I think, towards the church. I want you to know you're released from any previous sense of financial obligation or expectation that you may have happily held toward the church. You are now in a season where managing what you do have with wisdom is more important than usual. Therefore, give according to what you have or do not have. Use the wisdom that Paul gives. And I want to encourage us all in this season, let's manage our finances with wisdom and give according to our capacity. Now, just something on a practical note, obviously, online's the only way that you can give. Details are on the website. And certainly, if you find that your situation has shifted, you're in a new situation where you require assistance, please don't hesitate to contact the church office. God bless you. I hope that's helpful.